This is the Hoff Time Report with Idaho Freedom Foundation President Wayne Hoffman, one of Idaho's most respected, influential public policy voices.
Welcome back for another Hoff Time Report. Idaho has the most conservative House of Representatives it has ever seen. Now, that's not the doing of House Speaker Scott Bedke. Bedke hasn't changed at all. He's clocking in at 66% right now in the Idaho Freedom Index. What's different is the makeup of the rest of the Republicans serving in the State House of Representatives, which is behaving exactly as I predicted following the May 2020 primary. My expectation then was that Idahoans had elected the most conservative House of Representatives in the state's entire history going back to 1890. When given an option, voters tended to select the candidate who promised to be more conservative than their opposition. Not always, but generally speaking. As of today, out of a 70-member House, 42 members have scored better than 70% on the Idaho Freedom Index. Last year, which was also a pretty good year for conservatives in the House, there were 30 members who scored 70% or better. So 42 members now versus 30 members back then. More dramatic is the way in which the House has attacked spending. As of today, 26 members have scored better than 70% on the Idaho Spending Index, which strictly looks at the legislature's budget bills. Last year, only 12 House members scored above 70% on the Idaho Spending Index. The conservative outcome on both policy and budget issues is seen in the chamber's defeat of a record number of bills this year, bills that in any other year would have passed. These are the bills that would have grown government or restricted free speech, imposed new burdensome regulations on businesses, and so on. It's the House conservatives who have led the charge against the indoctrination of Idaho's school students from pre-kindergarten to college. It's the House that has been at the forefront of containing the power of the executive branch, the governor and the attorney general. But all's not well on the other side of the rotunda. The state Senate continues to be the venue where bad legislation emanates and where good legislation from the House goes to die. The Senate is decidedly left of center. It is where special interests and government bureaucrats are more likely than ever to get their way. While I complain about Speaker Bedke's voting record, he's Ted Cruz compared to Senate Pro Tem Chuck Winder. Winder's Freedom Index score is 43%. That's consistent with his Senate colleagues, Republican and Democrat. In other words, there's little distinguishing Boise's liberal North End Democrats from Winder or most of the rest of Senate GOP leadership. The Senate's Republican leadership's best performer is Mark Harris at 58%. Out of an entire 35-member Senate, only 4 members have a Freedom Index score higher than 70%. Almost half the chamber is under 50% on the Freedom Index. On spending, the Senate is a vast wasteland. Only two senators are above 70% on the spending index. And believe it or not, that's double last year's performance, meaning Senator Regina Bayer now has a friend to help her vote against big spending bills, and that's from Senator Christy Zito. Thank you, Christy, for helping Regina out. My gosh. The House and Senate are both run by Republicans, but only one has a conservative track record, and the other is the Idaho State Senate. Thanks again for watching. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe and send this off to your friends so they can watch these videos as well. We'll talk to you again next time.
You've been listening to the Hoff Time Report with Wayne Hoffman. Be sure to visit idahofreedom.org for Wayne's articles, IFF research, and show notes from today's episode.